Who ruined your family Christmas this year? And what did they do? I found out my wife was cheating on me at 11:30 p.m. Christmas Eve. While we were at her parents' house, I packed up my stuff, walked right by her family, who didn't know what was going on, and drove 6 hours in a crazy rainstorm to my parents' house, so there's that. I wish I had your strength. When I first found out about my now ex-wife's affair with my best friend of over 30 years, we were all at my house together with a couple of other friends. I saw a notification pop up on her phone. A text message from him that just said not a day goes by that I don't wish I had pulled him aside and told him to get out of my house and bring my wife with him. I haven't spoken to either of them in a couple of years, and I still regret not giving myself that little victory. That's how I found out my wife was cheating on me. She had been behaving strangely. That night it was her reading to our son. She never did that, ever. I was in the kitchen getting a glass of water, and as I walked into the living room I heard a bing from the couch. I looked over at her tablet and saw a message from her old boyfriend that said, "It gives me hope." I had never looked through her text messages before, but I picked up her tablet and quickly scrolled through the conversation. It's the most sickening, empty feeling I've ever had. Well, I wasn't the ideal husband or father. Far from the worst. But I can't blame her for being unhappy. I feel you, man. My wife didn't cheat on me, but I have had a big promotion in the works that requires relocating, and when I got it, she said that she and the kids would not be joining me. I was confused for several weeks, until she revealed to me that my heightened drinking during 2020 had led to me acting boorishly towards her after the kids went to bed. I immediately detoxed and quit drinking, but it was too late. Oh yeah, I can't blame her for being unhappy. I got cleaned up, and we had a good Christmas. But it's hard being around this house. You are trying to change, and that's what matters, man. Stay strong, it gets better. My wife decided to stay on the phone with one of her exes from her distant past, rather than sit down with me and my sons to eat the Christmas Eve dinner I spent 3 hours making, while it was still hot. I had that experience with my ex-husband. Fun times. Awesome that you cooked. Don't ever forget you're fine just as you are. My mom decided that is better for her and me, that she is going to spend these holidays with her much younger boyfriend, 15 to 17 year difference, in another city while her second husband, my stepdad, is in a different country trying to work for us, so he can help us with money and shit. So here I am, barely 18, spending my first Christmas and New Year's Eve alone. You gonna tell stepdad? Was thinking about it. But I won't do that right now because we are living in his house, so I don't really want to be kicked out because of my mom. Sometimes, there are no good choices, but less bad ones. My cousin exposed our entire extended family of generational abuse and trauma, and like a good old traumatized family, all the adults carried on like normal and the kids are seeking therapy. Time to have your own separate Christmas without the adults. This, my 2 brothers, myself, my husband, and our dog did a late Christmas breakfast today. No parents, no extended family, absolutely no drama in the 4 hours we were there. If this was 2 years ago and my parents were included, it would have been super uncomfortable and there would have been an argument at some point. It was super chill and comfortable, just us 4. And now I'm on my couch with my dog, pajamas, a bun, and some Christmas cookies, and it's not even 6:30 p.m. Seriously, the cousins and younger ones should just start their own tradition if possible. Simply don't have anyone to celebrate it with. Merry Christmas. I was planning to go spend Christmas with my mom and dad this year after my 9-year engagement broke off just before Christmas. I just moved out, so I'm alone for the first time in 9 years. Then my dog got a stomach bug. He woke me up 3 times at night to go outside for a poo. He usually sleeps through the night no problem, and I discovered a pile of puke on his dog bed. It's not his fault, but I don't know if I can go anywhere today. Edit, 9-year relationship and engaged for 1.5 years. I'm sorry. I hope you managed to enjoy your day somehow. My 10-year relationship broke down 3 weeks ago, and COVID ruined the minimal Christmas plans I had. So I feel your pain. Hope the dog feels better soon. My girlfriend's sister. She has 3 young girls and a terrible choice of men. She chooses to date via a video of the kids. to reveal to everybody that she is now dating a well-known junkie within our town. She has a very addictive personality and has struggled to stay clean herself. My girlfriend is now ridiculously stressed out and worried for the kids. My cluster headaches made appearance after 2 months of quiet. Fuckers. Just learned what cluster headaches are from a friend who suffers every few years. It's truly miserable, and I'm sorry that's happening. Especially at the holidays. Thanks. I really appreciate. They really do suck. I've seriously wanted people to kill me during bad ones just to stop the pain, and I did induced labor without pain meds. My 2020 nightmare was literally 6 months of daily clusters. I thought I'd managed to get a drug solution. Today I found out not. Cancer. My mom passed in early July. First year without her. My brother and I visited grandma, like every year, but this time without our mom. But the feeling just isn't the same anymore. Edit. Thank you for all the nice comments. I read every single one, but there are just too many to reply to everyone. You made my Christmas special. So sorry for your loss. My mom died last week. My dad died 6 years ago. This is my first holiday without a parent. Edit. Wow. I just came back and saw this. This outpouring is mind-blowing. Thank you all. I only ask that you find the people in your life that need such love and share it as freely. There's r/mom for a minute if you need it. Obviously that's no substitute for your real parents. But it's a place to talk to your mum for a bit if you're lonely or need to share. Truly sorry for your loss. My body, I guess. I have a condition that is rapidly worsening. And on Christmas Eve my doctor told me it's gotten so bad I may need to be in urgent care at the hospital on Tuesday. It's all I've been thinking about. I can't even sleep. Hey, as someone reading some horrible news on the 28th and 29th too, I'm with you. Let's both try to enjoy what we can and live each day at a time. 'Cause that's all we can do. It's like that Kung Fu Panda quote. Today is a gift. That's why it's called a present. Enjoy it. Edit. Thank you. You/Trackjikers for the award. I'll definitely need your energy. I don't have awards to give, but I most definitely am wishing you the very best holidays, and know that I'll use your energy and channel it into taking care of my family. Thank you. Edit 2. Holy moly. Thank you so much. You/Shadow_Zypher for the second award. Wow. If I had known that Kung Fu Panda quotes would bond us all, I would have been spewing it since day one. Hope you're having the very best holiday. I really appreciate it. My cousin, who bought Chick-fil-A so he wouldn't have to eat our homemade meals, announced upon arriving he wasn't helping with anything. Tried to trip acid all day on Christmas Eve. Got drunk before noon by himself on that same day when I told him no Christmas hallucinogens, and drunkenly screamed in my face when I told him to clean up his dishes and beer cans. No Christmas hallucinogens. There's a phrase I've never seen before. That's what Boxing Day is for. I thought it was for boxing. It's normally for shopping and getting drunk while watching junior hockey. Oh, and eating leftovers. My wife, a couple weeks ago, she broke the news to me that she had an affair at the beginning of this year and wants a divorce. Hey, as someone who went through infidelity and divorce, if you need someone to talk to or just to vent, DM me. I'm happy to try to be supporting in this really tough time. I remember when I found out about my ex-wife's affair, it literally made me fall to my knees. I was watching the kids opened up the laptop and a strange email address auto-loaded into mail. Months of emails, dates, times, trysts. She was at the dude's house trimming hedges, and I had the kids on my one day off that month. Sounds semi-familiar. My ex-wife was getting her master's degree and was going to school to work on her projects at night. Nope. Just fucking my best friend. I had some suspicions, but was largely trusting. She did admit they kissed, but shortly after that I found her hidden email address that went back months and months. To even before we were married. It was about 6 months into our marriage, after 5 years of being together, I found this. Good times. Babe, are my blowjobs good? Like, I'm just wondering. Yes, of course they are great, as if I'm going to criticize. But in hindsight I understand now why they wanted criticism. It's Christmas morning and I can hear my nephew, who lives in the apartment downstairs, throwing a temper tantrum because he thinks his sister got larger gifts from Santa this year. His dad, are you joking right now? You better be joking. Say just kidding. Oh my god. Tell me he's kidding. It's 8 AM. My so's sister throws similar tantrums if other people get more than her for Christmas. She's 25. Edit. To all the people out there who are happy with nothing but some socks and time with loved ones. Thanks for restoring my faith in Christmas. That's what it's all about. Plus, I can almost guarantee that we are having a happier Christmas than my so's sister, who spent the morning emailing Dyson because the $600 hair dryer her mom got her didn't come with the accessories she expected. You can't make this shit up. Folks, close bracket. I got more than anyone else this Christmas, and I felt bad for getting so much, even as half my presents were legit just socks, which I'm eternally grateful for. As I've gotten older, I have seriously become more and more thankful and desirous of asking/getting socks and undies for Christmas. It's one of the best gifts now lol. Bro, today is the best day of the year. Annual sock and underpants refresh. My feet, crotch, and bud will have never felt so pampered as they will today, until next Christmas. No one ruined Christmas, but my granddad has been in the hospital for almost 2 weeks and unfortunately, he can't be home for Christmas. We've never had a Christmas without him for all 20 years of my life. Due to COVID, we can't visit either. Gave him a call this morning, and it put a lump in my throat. He mentioned he got a gift from the ward, which got him emotional, and nearly got me in tears. He calmed down, and started to tell me about the turkey dinner he's having today which he's excited about. Good news though. He should be home before New Year. 21 here. Grandpa passed in January. It feels weird. Fuck, this comment gives me anxiety. Both my grandparents are getting in their 80s, and they are a very core part of my universe. I'm really sorry for your loss. Myself. For always acting like it is okay to do all the work, all the planning, all the present buying, etc. So now no one tries to make it special for me, and I'm just tired of doing all the work. So I don't. I have been in a similar spot and it's rough. I'm so sorry. Everyone except me this time. Everyone is yelling at one another while I'm here writing this comment. Hoping everyone will stay calm more than 3 minutes. What are they fighting about? Politics. How out of character for families on holidays/s. Try giving them some alcohol. That never makes it worse. My father-in-law died from COVID yesterday. Definitely dampens the Christmas spirit around here. I'm sorry. One of my grandparents has COVID and yesterday their doctor told us that they've only got a few days left. I'm not exactly feeling festive either. Sending hugs from an internet stranger. Felt this 100%. Due to COVID. They informed us a few days ago all they could do was make my grandfather comfortable. We got the call at 2 AM this morning. I stole my family's stockings and replaced them with coal. My mom couldn't stop laughing. My dad was annoyed and my brother indifferent. I like your mum. I like the brother. OMG, Brian replaced all the stocking stuffers with coal. Okay. For once no one has ruined my Christmas, but my sister is still supposed to come round and we've not been on the same page ever. I'm in the same boat, except my sister also has a mini spawn who's also never on the same page with my son. Going to enjoy these last moments until they get here. Then it's time to drink. Fucking Travis. My friend is remodeling his kitchen and living room. Well, Travis, who does vac and electrical work, decided that it would be no big deal to go to work knowing that his wife was sick with COVID. He exposed my dad who's a painter and my friend's dad who's a carpenter. Now we all have to be without our dad. Fucking Travis. You suck. Fuck Travis. And Aaron from an earlier comment. Why people gotta be assholes at the holidays. Yeah. All my homies hate them both. I got fired a week ago for doing my job and giving everything to my company. Fuck you, Aaron. Edit. Reddit. You done made my Christmas a whole lot brighter with your flurry of fuck you, Aaron. Thanks for being such an awesome community 3. Sorry dude. Fuck Aaron, all my homies hate Aaron. Never met an Aaron I could like. Christmas got cancelled due to the parents having an argument in the morning. Told everyone not to come. Spent Christmas with my cat, eating new breeds. Oh man. That sucks. Hope your parents work things out. And anyway, if things were heated between the two it wouldn't have been fun going anyway. An argument probably still won't started. There's always next year. Spending Christmas with my cat eating Uber Eats sounds like an absolute win. Fair point. Well, I got left with building every single toy set for my nephew. And these aren't simple plug-in things. Booklets with 7 bags of screws and wooden dowels that I have to twist and fit perfectly. It's 6 AM and I still have one left, but that will have to wait. Save that last one to do with him. That could mean more to him than the gift itself. It really depends on how old they are. For a 2-year-old, merely removing a toy from a clamshell case is an infuriating delay. I once had to build an IKEA table set for my child at 18 months, and it was annoying for both of us. I've done that with my 2-year-old. He tries to help, but ends up slowing things down 10x. Usually I'm not in a rush though, so it can be a fun and silly experience. We actually just put his new dresser together the other day. What would have normally taken me an hour or so ended up stretching into the following day. But he had fun putting in the little wooden dowels, holding the screws, and using the screwdriver, and grabbing the next piece that was needed. You sound like an awesome parent. Kudos to you putting in the time. Not this year, but last year my older sister was being a bitch and talking down to me. Seriously, when was the last time I even talked to you? My reply, I'm not sure. Maybe it was at your wedding a few months ago. She got married in May, divorced by July, now sitting next to her new boyfriend that she's introducing to us for the first time. They left. My parents were pissed. I had a great time. Okay, story time please. Right. So, my sister and I have never gotten along very well. She got engaged and married within maybe 4 to 5 months when she was 21. We went wedding dress shopping on Valentine's Day, wedding at the end of May. By the 4th of July, her new husband moved out of their house and in with his parents. The divorce wasn't officially finalized until the next Valentine's Day, so technically, this was while she was still legally married. She quickly met a new guy and decided to bring him to Christmas. The new boyfriend had a few beers and started acting like a jackass. He pointed to the semicolon tattoo I have on my wrist and said, "Doesn't that mean you got raped?" She laughed. I did not. A bit of time passed and she started picking on me, just being mean to impress her new BF. So I brought up the wedding. Everyone went dead silent for a second. The boyfriend laughed. She did not. She grabbed him by the arm and said, "We're leaving." And they did. Edit. A lot of people have been asking about the semicolon tattoo. It's a symbol for mental health. When writing, an author can choose to use a period to end a sentence, or they could choose to use a semicolon to pause the sentence and continue on. It represents the choice to pause and continue living. Many people decide to get a semicolon tattoo to show they are a survivor. For others, it shows solidarity and support for those who are struggling. Your sister sounds like a real pleasant person. Extremely. My manager, who told everyone that they had to work today and gave himself the day off. On a brighter note, I remember my first day working retail on Christmas Eve. Store closed at 6 PM and store staff was only supposed to go home when the store was spotless and returns were empty. We expected 8 to 10 PM. As that's how shifts would normally go, but store director went home at 5:30, so at about 6:05 the manager left in charge said if big boss man wanted store perfect he could have stayed himself. Told everyone to go home and have a Merry Christmas, and that she would take any flack herself. Rumor was said she told him to quote, "Shut your Grinch ass the fuck up and fire me, dipshit, but you're too pussy to do it. Cause you know you need mecha." Adamantium balls were apparently fortified as she already had plans to quit. She got a better job early January and big boss apparently learned as new boss to replace her was actually pretty chill and reasonable. For about 2 years, until we got a new stickler Grinch asshole for a big boss later. Rumor was said she told him to quote, "Shut your Grinch ass the fuck up and fire me, dipshit, but you're too pussy to do it. Cause you know you need me." Hell yeah. What a madness. I had a partner once who, on a call with our boss's staff, after we had been treated pretty shitty for a few months, said, "Then fucking fire me, sir. Just do it already. You know why you won't? Because you don't have the authority to fire me. The boss doesn't have the authority, and no one wants to take this position anyways, because you just shit on them. A couple weeks later our boss was asking her if she knew what I was doing after the current assignment, because we need good people like him on our staff. She laughed. He asked why. Because you treat him like shit all the time. He'll be going to a next level up staff, but it won't be yours. She's great. It's nice being in a position that's a pain in the ass to replace, if the boss knows it. Like sure you're not 100% irreplaceable, but so long as you're less irksome than the idea of training a replacement, odds are you're fine. My dad cheated on my mom for the 4th time, and she left him, so this Christmas will be interesting. So ho was forgivable, but not a 4th one. First 3 are always free, it rhymes, therefore it must be law. If you fuck for walk out the door, just turn around now, cause you're not welcome anymore. If you are new to Tattletale TV, please subscribe. We have new videos every day. Stay tuned for more coming up.